But what we're really here to do is bury a time capsule. And I'm not really sure whose idea it was, but knowing that when this track was paved in 1958, and then in 1978 only 2 inches of asphalt were added to the top of that, in essence we were digging up 50 years of material. So I'm not sure that it'll last 50 more years, and I don't want to be around in 50 years to dig it up, but this time capsule can last 100 years. We expect maybe in about 20 years that we'll dig it up and see what's in it, but I wanted to point out a couple of the fun things that we decided to put in there. We actually have a piece of the pothole that we decided to put in there. We figured that was something that should live on in memory. And for the record...
Is that what that is?
Yeah, no, that's actually lime rock from the dirt track.
That's the lime rock, okay.
So, and for the record, we...
Is that the pothole there?
I'm going to make sure that you tell them that and I won't. But we actually have saved the concrete patch that we used, and we're determining what we should do with that. I think that should live in infamy here someplace on property. But we actually have a Sprint BlackBerry phone, which in 20 years, who knows what those will look like. We actually have a business card from John Rauer, the project manager with Lane Construction for the project, so you'll have to live on in terms of the time capsule.
That way, if it doesn't get done on time, we know who to call, right?
That's right. And we'll be cursing your name even then at this point. We actually have a die-cast number 31 Caterpillar car that's going to go in there.
That's a good idea.
Pretty good. We have pictures of all of the board of directors for the International Speedway Corporation. We mentioned lime rock from the dirt track. We also have a flash drive of all of the documents, whether it's the media advisory we did, the press release. And so to think that this will even be readable in 20 years in terms of the technology back then, I don't even know if Microsoft will be in business, who knows, but this will be all the documents that we produced as it relates to the construction. Who knows in 20 years if they'll even be able to open it and read it.
This track is going to make racing incredible. What you're going to see is 3 wide, 2 wide all the time. What we had gotten here was, we had gotten to where we were really having to lift a lot, make big sacrifices, and getting our cars to drive the way we wanted them to drive. The new asphalt, the technology in the asphalt and the technology in the grading makes the track so smooth and makes so much grip that you're going to come here now and you're going to run. You're not going to be afraid to put it 3 wide. You're going to be able to put that car wherever you want to put it. So I think the Daytona 500 and a lot of races after that are going to be real exciting. It's going to be like a Talladega race, except on a little smaller racetrack, because this track's a lot narrower than Talladega. And I think that's just going to be an incredible race. So it's going to be fun to come here. There'll be a lot of pressure and prestige about winning the first race on the new asphalt, because this track is synonymous with NASCAR history. And to be the first one to win at the new Daytona, especially at the Daytona 500, is going to mean a great deal. So you're going to see a lot of teams working really hard to get what they need to be able to be competitive here. We're already... Don't tell anybody I know how to use this phone. I got a big piece of the track. To me, it's I've got one at Darlington, and Darlington and Daytona for me are the two most historic racetracks that we run on. And I've got a core sample from Darlington. I got a core sample from Daytona. The cool thing about the Daytona one is that when you look at that, you can actually think about the France family literally working on the track themselves, you know. And that's pretty cool. I mean, you see those pictures of the Frances working on I mean, that stuff, that's really, really cool stuff. And, you know, when I look at that, that's what I think about.